Hello, good morning everyone. Let us start with our continuing chapter, that is absorption of accounting. Under absorption of accounting, our second question is the first I will already given to you. Second question, that is the balance sheet of Mansi Limited as on 31st March 2017 is as under. Here the balance sheet of Mansi Limited is given over here. Now, in order to avoid the competition, Mayank Limited purchased the business of Mansi Limited. It means Mayank Limited is considered to be as a new company. We are purchasing the business of Mansi Limited. There are some terms and conditions. All the assets except cash at bank are taken over. It means Mayank Limited will not accept cash of the Mansi Limited. So we have to tick mark here, cross mark. To pay debenture holder at 10% premium, 12% cumulative preference share, face value 10, which given, and interest. Here 3 transaction is given over here. First, the debenture holder at 10% premium. So we can look out the debenture is 30,000. We have to pay 10% premium. It means 33,000. And preference share, same face value. It means preference share holder of Mansi Limited is 50,000. Same amount of preference share will be given to Mayank Limited. Now, one equity share of Mayank Limited, each of rupees 100 is allotted in the exchange of 2 equity share of Mansi. In exchange of 2 shares of Mansi in a new company, that is Mayank Limited, 1 share will be given. And rupees 40 is paid per equity share cash. Extra 40 rupees per share in form of cash will be given to the particular company, that is Mansi Limited. The creditor accept equity share of Mayank Limited rupees 100 each in full settlement of 90% of their claim. It means the amount of creditor is 40,000. They are accepting 90% equity share. So it means 36,000 will be given to the creditors. Now the remaining liabilities of Mansi Limited taken over by Mayank Limited. The preference shareholder are given 10% debenture of Mayank Limited. Prepare necessary accounts in the books of Mansi Limited. Now we are calculating question number 2. That is, first we have to calculate net assets. Same we are calculating in our previous chapter. That is, here plant and machinery, we have to put plant and machinery, that is 85,000. Same stock as it is 38,000. Debenture, debtors 55,900 as it is. So cash we are not considering because it is given in the example. So the total is 1,78,900. Now less the liabilities. We have to deduct the liabilities of that particular firm, that is creditors. Now creditor will be, here we have to make a star because in creditors we are making a change. 40,000 in place of 40,000 we have to put 36,000. Now bills payable, that is 8,500, which is already given in the question. Then 8% debenture, we are making here stars, so we have change in it. So wow, we are calculating the debentures. Now 8% debenture 30,000 plus we are paying premium to that particular debenture order 3,000. So 33,000 would be the new debentures. So payment of debenture order, that is 33,000. Now workman profit sharing account, that is 6,000 as it is, and outstanding interest, debenture interest 2,400. So the net assets would be 93,000. Clear? Now we are calculating purchase consideration. Calculation of purchase consideration. Old 2 shares, it means Mansi Limited and Mayank Limited. If you have a 2 shares of Mansi Limited, you will get 1 shares in Mayank Limited. Now the number of shares in Mansi Limited is 800. So we are putting 800. How many shares? That is 400 equity shares in new company. 400 share, each of rupees 100, that is 40,000, and plus cash 800 multiplied by 40 per share, which is already given in the question. 40 rupees per share. Here 40 rupees per shares. So 32,000. Now preferences 50,000. They are getting new debentures in place of preference share. So the total purchase consideration will be 40,000 plus 32,000 plus 50,000. So the 1,22,000 would be your purchase consideration. Now goodwill or capital ISO. The formula of goodwill or capital ISO is purchase consideration minus net assets, that is 1,22,000 minus 93,000. It would be a 29,000 would be your answer. Now prepare necessary account. So realization accounts in the books of Mansi Limited, that is old company. Mind you well, Mansi Limited in place of old company. So we are putting over here realization account. So when you preparing realization account, at that time you have to keep in mind all the assets of old company, all the assets of old company and all the assets of all the liabilities of old company. You have to put as it is, except debentures, creditors, etc., which are given in the settlement account. So we are putting as it is amount, that is from goodwill 10,000 to debtors as it is. Now here we are putting debenture 33,000, but in a Mansi Limited the amount of debenture is only 30,000. Over here we are paying extra 3,000, so it is our real loss. So we are putting debit side of realization account, that is 3,000. Here 33,000, you have to put 3,000 over here. Same way, value of creditors is 40,000, but we are paying 36,000, so we are putting 36,000 plus creditor settlement, that is our creditors discount 4,000 over here. Now purchase consideration of Mansi Limited, we have to put 1,22,000, now making a total 2,11,900. Now realization profit would be 20,000. See, this realization profit is of old equity shareholder. It means equity shareholder of Mansi Limited. So we have to put this 20,000 amount in place of equity shareholders account. Mansi, that is old company, we have to put realization profit. It is the opening balance which is given in the question. Equity share capital of Mansi Limited, that is 80,000. So we are making a total, that is 1 lakh. Now all the fictitious assets we have to distribute it among the equity shareholder and reserve among the equity shareholder. So P&L account, preliminary expense and commission, these three are considered to be as a fictitious assets. These are debited in the amount of equity shareholders. Same way, if any reserve is over here, no, if any reserve is there, then we have to put over here, that is credit side of equity shareholder account. Now we are putting fictitious assets over here and equity shares of new company, that is 40,000 we have calculated over here, that is 40,000. Now the balance figure, that is 36,800, would be withdrawn by equity shareholder from the old company. So we are preparing cash or bank account of old company, tally with it, that is 36,800. So the opening balance of cash and bank account would be 4,800, which is given over here, 4,800. So we have to put 4,800 is a opening balance. Now from Mayank Limited they will get 32,000 cash, which is given over here, 32,000 cash. So the total amount of old company is 36,000, which is withdrawn by cash. We have to tally this amount to figure, then and then our question is right. Now preferences holders account. Now the preferences opening balance is 50,000. We are paying preference shareholder in form of same amount of debenture, so we have to put debenture 50,000. So the close the preference share account. Now we are going through the opening entry, that is opening entry with same like we are making in our amalgamation chapter. Goodwill 29,000, which we have already find it out. Machinery 85,000, stock 38,000, debtors 55,900, to bills payable, to work and profit sharing, and to Mansi Limited liquidators account 1,93,400. The total amount which we have paid to the Mansi Limited. Either it would be equity share, either it would be a cash, either it would be a cash payment like debenture interest or debentures. Now Mansi Limited liquidators account debtor to preference share, to equity share, to debenture, to cash. Here which is already given 32,000 is of cash per share and 2,400 is considered to be as a debenture interest. Outstanding debenture interest we have paid, that is 2,400. See, it is your second question. Now we are going through the third question.